World War-time capsule shipwrecks from World War I, and to also serve as undersea Pompeii-like sites, preserving not just boats, but entire eras of global conflict. The waters of the Pacific, Atlantic, and Mediterranean are dotted with thousands of sunken warships, submarines, and cargo vessels. One particularly haunting example is the USS Indianapolis, a U.S. Navy cruiser sunk in 1945 by a Japanese submarine. Out of nearly 1,200 crewmen, only 316 survived. Many died from shark attacks or exposure while awaiting rescue. Discovered in 2017 at a depth of over 18,000 feet, the ship remains eerily well preserved. Guns, radios, and even the ship's bell are visible. It's more than just a piece of metal on the ocean floor. It's a powerful memorial to the men who served and perished. These wrecks are protected as war graves, ensuring that they remain untouched and respected silent monuments to those who never returned home. Tools of the deep. Exploring the deep sea isn't easy. It takes millions of dollars in equipment, specialized training, and sometimes even military-level logistics. Unlike traditional archaeology on land, you can't just walk down with a brush and a notebook. Deep-sea archaeologists rely on ROVs, AUVs, autonomous underwater vehicles, and manned submersibles equipped with robotic arms, cameras, and sonar scanners. These tools can withstand pressures more than 1,000 times greater than at sea level. 3D photogrammetry, a technique that uses thousands of overlapping photos to create a full 3D model of a wreck, is revolutionizing underwater research. Now, scientists and historians can virtually walk through a wreck site without disturbing it physically. In essence, technology is allowing us to preserve the preservation to explore these Pompeii-like sites without destroying what makes them so unique. Sunken cities and lost civilizations. Not all shipwrecks are lone vessels. Some discoveries reveal entire ports or cities lost to the sea. Off the coast of Egypt, the ancient city of Thonis Heracleion was found submerged in the Mediterranean. It was once a bustling port and religious center, but disappeared beneath the waves over 1,000 years ago due to earthquakes and rising sea levels. Divers discovered massive statues, temples, and even ceremonial boats buried in the sand and silt. Like Pompeii, it was a city frozen in time, only this time under the sea. In Greece, the city of Pavlopetri offers another example. Believed to be the oldest submerged city in the world, it dates back to around 3000 BC. Streets, buildings, and courtyards remain clearly visible under just a few meters of water. These are not just shipwrecks, they are entire civilizations preserved by the ocean, offering archaeologists priceless insights into ancient life, trade, and religion, cultural and ethical dilemmas. While these shipwrecks are archaeological treasures, they also raise important ethical questions. Who owns a wreck? Should artifacts be recovered or left in place? How do we balance public interest with cultural sensitivity? Some wrecks are war graves containing human remains and personal effects. Others are sacred to indigenous peoples or part of a nation's cultural heritage. Removing items from these sites can be seen as looting or disrespectful. There is also a dark side: treasure hunters and looters who dive illegally for gold, jewelry, and relics. This damage can never be undone. That's why international organizations like UNESCO have established conventions to protect underwater cultural heritage. These rules promote in-place preservation, ethical research, and cooperation between countries. The future beneath the waves. As technology improves, we're entering a golden age of underwater exploration. AI-driven submarines, advanced imaging tools, and real-time remote control allow for safer and more detailed study of deep-sea sites. Projects like OceanGate, despite controversy, have sparked public interest in deep ocean exploration. Meanwhile, universities, governments, and private companies are investing heavily in mapping the ocean floor. One exciting new frontier is using machine learning to identify potential wreck sites from sonar data, speeding up discovery exponentially. The ocean is vast, and countless wrecks remain undiscovered. Some may be merchant ships, others ancient warships, or perhaps lost vessels from myth and legend. Every new discovery has the potential to be the next Pompeii of the deep, a window into a forgotten past, preserved not by ash, but by saltwater and time. The ocean remembers. As we dive into the abyss, we find more than metal and timber, we find humanity. These underwater tombs remind us that every shipwreck has a story of ambition, exploration, conflict, or tragedy. Like Pompeii, These places are frozen in time, waiting for us to uncover their secrets. In their stillness, they speak. They tell us who we were, how we lived, and sometimes how we died. And as long as the ocean remembers, so will we.